us about multiplying complex numbers. So always remember that I is equal to square root of negative 1 and I squared is equal to negative 1. So we have our given. So let us answer number 1. So 7i times 8i. So 7 times 8 we have 56. So I times I is I squared. So our I squared is negative 1. So 56 times negative 1 is negative 56. So negative 56 is our final answer. So number 2 we have negative 4i times negative 3i. So negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12. So I times I is I squared. So our I squared is negative 1. So 12 times negative 1 is we have negative 12. That is our final answer for the number 2. So number 3 is we have 5i times 3 plus 4i. So 5i times 3 is we have 15i plus 4i times 5i times 4i is 20. Then I times I is I squared. So bring down 15i, then plus our I squared is negative 1. So 20 times negative 1 is negative 20. So we are going to write it in a standard form. So negative 20 plus 15i, this is our final answer. So number 4, 3 plus 4i times 5 minus 2i. So 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times negative 2 is negative 2i is negative 6i. Then 4i times 5 is 20i. Then 4i times negative 2i is we have negative 8i squared. So bring down 15. So negative 16i plus 20i is we're going to subtract it. So 20 minus 6 is we have 14i. Then 8i squared, so I squared is negative 1, then negative 8 times negative 1 is positive 8. So we have 15 plus 14i plus 8. So 15 plus 8 is 23 plus 14i. So this is our final answer for the number 4. So that is all for today's video. Thank you.